Thank you. After the earthquake, I saw several videos showing the Barzani Charity Foundation delivering humanitarian aid to people in Turkey and Syria. It is continued, very successful, and people over there, they were very thankful. My question is, why you are not trying to send some of your aid to Syria by the Kurdistan regional government? Do you believe your allied as Kurdistan regional government can provide good assistance to the delivery of aid to Syria, and especially Afrin City and around Afrin?
Well, to the first part of your question, excuse me, we are calling on countries around the world to do everything they can to support the people of Turkey and Syria. We're doing that in this country. This is an effort that transcends the federal government. This is an effort where, once again, we've seen the generosity of spirit of the American people rise to the occasion. Yesterday during the Super Bowl, we saw another example of that, of Americans having the opportunity and Americans taking advantage of the opportunity to provide much needed support to the people of Turkey and Syria. As you know, our response on both sides of the border began almost immediately upon the news of the earthquakes last week. On the Syrian side of the border, to your question, there were independent NGOs that were able to respond within minutes of the earthquake, precisely because the United States has been the world's leading humanitarian provider to the Syrian people since 2011, since the outbreak of the civil war in Syria. We have supported the Syrian people both inside Syria and Syrian people throughout the region to the tune of some $15 billion over the course of those dozen years. Now, the needs on both sides of the border are enormous. When it comes to the Syrian side of the border, there are obviously additional complications there, owing to the operating environment, owing to the fact that the Assad regime, with the backing of Russia, had heretofore at least allowed only a single humanitarian crossing for aid to traverse from Turkey into Syria. We want to see that changed. We want to see all countries, including Russia, that has again, until now, refused to do so, stand on the side of the Syrian people and show that they can put political considerations aside in the face of profound suffering and profound need and do the right thing, something they have refused to do here in recent years, precisely so that additional humanitarian aid can flow to the Syrian people. We're going to look at all potential and appropriate ways to provide aid to the Syrian people. We want to see that possibility opened to the aperture opened even wider with additional humanitarian crossings.